Social networking sites seem to be grow fast, grow big, connect a lot of people, and watch potential rewards come your way. MySpace, YouTube, Flickr, Facebook, and maybe someday Scribemedia. These names dot the business pages. Each had tremendous success attracting users and then investors. But now that this first wave in the social networking space has come to pass, what's next? In today's Weather Report, we talk with Eric Potschacher, founder of Shapeshifters, a new initiative connecting cultural creatives and micro-businesses across the globe. Eric's using social networks to focus on niche markets. In this world, a massive user base isn't the goal, just the opposite. The focus is on quality over quantity. We caught up with him during a New York stop on a world seeding tour that explains to audiences what Shapeshifters actually is.
Is this a secret society? Is this an internet tool? Is this just a networking undertaking? It's not easy to explain because it's really none of it.
Eric's been on the road for over a year now, and the reason he's on the road is because he's building his user base one person at a time and identifying the types of people he wants involved in Shapeshifters.
It's made exclusively for, as we call them, micro businesses, small businesses of every kind in the creative sectors, architects, product designers, fashion makers, gaming professionals, people that are into advertising agencies. We have wood carvers, we have paper makers. So it's a whole range of people that are trying to make an income from their creativity on a professional level. So we're talking to entrepreneurs in a very specific niche, and this is a tool that is made for them in order to get to the right resources, to the right information, and to totally new distribution channels.
Eric's traveled Australia, Africa, and Latin America to get Shapeshifters off the ground. Here we see him with a group in Brazil discussing how they and others can gather together as a global collective that uses formal and informal channels to create, develop, market, and sell their creativity on the international market.
I'm basically coming here with an idea. I'm coming here with an experiment that I got to offer. And it's a global experiment, really. Can creative people around the world support each other in a sustainable way in order to create new market niches, distribution channels, or maybe even to create new products that haven't been here before for a win-win situation?
On the one hand, Shapeshifters is a social media website. You can visit it at shapeshifters.net. On the other hand, Shapeshifters connects creatives in the real world. A goal is to bring people together outside of the digital medium.
Yes, it's true. Shapeshifters is just not alone a website. It's not just alone social software. We found people in Adelaide, winemaking capital of Australia, and sure, they were interested in meeting architects in other places of the world, Middle Europe, that are specializing on architecture for wineries. So what we're working on now is how can we make it work that 15 people from over here meet 20 from over here, bring them together in a room, and allow them to exchange inspirations, practical things on a high-end level that probably would never ever work on the internet anyway.
For example, Eric talks about a South African papermaker and a Barcelona publisher.
Almost a kind of like a creation legend that is behind Shapeshifters. And it was this very interesting moment with a graphic designer that I met in Europe. I think it was in Barcelona.
And he's doing art books. And he's so fed up with all this industrial paper, and he's really going and looking for new kinds of paper. But everywhere he looks for it, he cannot find this new paper that is really extraordinary, and he would like to get a different kind of paper for doing these books. And at the same time, you meet people in Johannesburg, and they have this extraordinary paper. And the point is, these two people don't meet. Because the graphic designer is not going to look for it in the yellow pages of Johannesburg. They're just not connecting. And that's about the basic question for Shapeshifters.
How would these two people ever meet?
And so, Shapeshifters was born. Eric's talks are called seeding tours, Instead of blasting out emails or figuring out how many friends he can develop on MySpace, he meets face-to-face with those that will join the network. He advocates slow growth, and growing too large is a concern. Typical economic indicators like cost of customer acquisition are almost irrelevant as Eric flies to places like Costa Rica to meet with a handful of people. In a sense, he's turning typical community building practices on its head by keeping the project relatively quiet and promoting a slow growth, trusted community model.